Speeding. Okay.
Perf.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
So, my name is Kylie Rowe. I am a freshman in college, going for nursing, and I do dance.
Hi. My name is Adrian, and I'm Kylie's best friend.
I have my studio I was started at, and I was there for 7 years. And then I just stuck with high school, which I had done for 4. And kind of overlapping, because I did like high school and my studio at the same time too. And then I now am starting college, so like I do a dance club at college, which is pretty nice. It was kind of like just to try it out because I'd never done it before, and my mom was like, you should try it out, have it be something different from what you've done, like sports, and like I did like basketball, Girl Scouts, softball, chorus. I did a lot of different things, but I just never had an interest in dance, so thought it'd be something different to try, for sure.
We've been dancing for a few years when we met and we became friends, and when Kylie convinced me to go to her dance studio, I mean, I was excited. I needed a new studio in the new town anyway, so I gave it a try, and I'm really glad that she did that. I mean, obviously, you know, every studio has its issues, but when we ended up going to different high schools, it was really good to be able to stay in touch that way.
So I did ballet, I did tap, jazz, lyrical, contemporary. Did a little bit of hip hop, not really, but yeah, I would say I did maybe a little bit of musical theater, like outside my studio at the time. Like I did through high school. My favorite was probably ballet. It's just very technical, and I think I like it for that reason. It's very clean, technical, sharp in some ways. And it's very like angelic, I guess. So I like that for sure. You know, like I feel like I can just like express myself and be able to like put all my feelings and emotions into my dance as I'm doing it and kind of let it all out. Like for some people it's very therapeutic. So I would say it also became very therapeutic for me, especially when I had like a lot of stuff going on in my life and certain points and stuff. I think it just became very nice in that way.
She's always been this sort of fun-loving, energetic force in my life. I can't count the number of times we've just spontaneously, you know, gone on a trip, and I don't, you know, have a lot of friends like that. So that's always been fun to do that with her. And you know, but she also has this sort of meticulous side to her where she, you know, she works harder at school and she works harder at everything than anybody else I've ever met. And I think that's really cool. I really admire her for that. Would you say that doing dance in that way overall added to your mental health, or was it a detriment? And like, how did that change over the years?
I think it really depends. Like, I wouldn't say dance itself made it negative ever. I like dancing at a studio level in terms of it training me more technical, like on a technical level. Like I got to work more on my skill itself. But because of like my studio environment with it being very competitive, I loved being competitive, so I always thought that was fun. But I think at some points it definitely got to the point where it made me really stressed. Just like overall with like worrying about competing against others, making sure everything was like perfect at all times and everything. So I would say it's definitely more like the studio though and the dance teachers I had before. One year we had like an evil ballet teacher come in, and he was really harsh, and he was really strict, and he definitely like was someone that made me, I guess, think about looks more, because he made kind of a comment. I mean, even though I guess it was quote unquote more positive towards me, he made a comment saying like I was like the thinnest one in the room. And it's like, oh, that's weird to think that people actually pay attention to that in dance. You know, because before I never thought of it. I didn't really care if I was thin or if other people, like, you know what I mean? It just was not something that crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I'm built this way, you know? And so, like, I thought that was really interesting. But I think he was also very strict, but like I said, my dance teachers too were just very strict with making sure everything was right. And like, if we did something wrong, we would have to like, they would make us condition. Like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do it alone. And then if you get this many things wrong, you gotta do like 50 push-ups. You know, it was things like that. So, whereas the club's very fun, which I do like doing it for fun, of course. But I think a part of me just likes to keep improving and working on different things as well. So being able to like be in a studio, I feel like I'm constantly improving. Or like I'm constantly learning something new. You know what I realized though is that I'm so weak compared to what I used to be in dance.
Yeah.
Like my legs, I feel like are weak.
You ever done point, and like what was that like, if you have or if you haven't?
Yeah, I'd done it for like a year, and I loved it. But it kind of sucked because no one else in my studio really did, so then we kind of stopped because no one else cared about it. And they were like, no one's good at it. The only one who is Kylie. And it's like, well, who cares if I'm the only one? That's why we work on it, you know? And I loved it. And like, it was probably my favorite. Was doing point and getting the shoes and doing the ribbons and everything. Like, I just loved it.
I've known Kylie since we were about 12 years old. I was the new kid, and she decided to be my friend, and you know, we've been that way ever since. Kylie has always been a really good dancer, and just being able to watch her continue to grow and improve, kind of like alongside me, but also in an upper level to where I was at the time, was really cool and something I really liked seeing. Although the amount of times the dance teacher had to tell us to like knock it off and stop talking and stop goofing around was absolutely a weekly occurrence. We were just having so much fun. It was great to see each other, you know, best of friends. We weren't in routines together a lot, but you know, when we were, good times. You mentioned that dance was something that you weren't really interested in before you started doing it. What led you to keep doing it after that first?
I think I just kind of back to like talking about expressing myself. I think I just really loved being able to do that. And I think in dance it was really like an escape for me at times. It was like my last nationals when we did our group routine together on stage. I think just that moment alone was really nice because I felt like we were doing really good. And we were all working together to like make it look great and giving it our all. And it was nice to be able to have a team to work together with and do that. Because then after, like, we won. Like, we won first place and won the competition. Which was really nice. And it's awesome to see your hard work pay off with something you love doing and you put so much work into. Especially when you have like a group of people you're doing it with.
Would you ever want to be in like a formal ballet, like the Nutcracker?
That would be amazing.
What would be your ideal ballet to be in?
Swan Lake.
Swan Lake.
Yeah. I think that would be just really cool. And it's really pretty.
Ever find yourself like just like dancing around, just moving your body to music in a non-formal way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so. In the shower. Or in my car. Or in general.
Yeah.
All different times. But I think it's fun. Like, I kind of am just like bopping around. But yeah. But I do also enjoy working out a lot because it gets me kind of in a nice headspace. So I enjoy doing that, in long walks I also enjoy for that same reason. It's just fun to me.
Do you think in the future you would ever want to pursue it in a more, I don't know, I guess a more career-oriented way, like being a choreographer or like having a studio or going on to be a Broadway dancer or something?
I think, if anything, I think teaching would be really cool, for sure. And I would say something with ballet would be more my interest, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think like I have such an interest in doing it as like more of a hobby than a career. Because it's something I enjoy so much, I wouldn't want to potentially not ruin it, but have it be something that takes over my life as a career.
Yeah.
When it's something I enjoy doing for fun. Oh, no.
Just do your best.
Oh! You think I'm good? Jesus.
If you could pick one musical artist to play at your funeral, who would it be?
One musical artist to play at my funeral. Oh. That's hard. Adele.
Adele.
Maybe just for fun. I don't know, I like her music.
Yeah.
I like it.
Man, they used to play Adele so much at Dynasty.
I know. Or Sam Smith.
Or Sam Smith.
I love it, honestly. It's kind of, I love it.